But sitting on the sofa, listening to the radio, and that was a particular song I remember, and it just sort of stayed with me all my life. Because you could just go out onto the green and there were always children to play with. 6 weeks holiday and there were children to play with. I didn't get that at home and I missed it.
Catch a falling star and put it in your pocket, never let it fade away.
So I had company there. We raced round on our scooters.
For love may come and tap you on the shoulder.
Next door to my grandparents' bungalow, they had a television. So every afternoon they'd draw the curtains and at 5 o'clock we could go and watch Children's Hour. Ragtag and Bobtail and Andy Pandy and Wooden Tops and Bill and Ben is what I always wanted to do. So I came up to Trent Park Training College when I was 18. I'd spent 3 wonderful years there.
Catch a falling star and put it in your pocket, never let it fade away.
So I sort of put down viola, but the music teacher said no, so I learnt the double bass and had a wonderful time alongside the teaching, playing most evenings in amateur dramatics, concerts, once down the West End.
Just in case you feel you want
Nobody dressed up. We just went in our work clothes and played atrociously. So the next night, the conductor, he was there, bow tie, full black, white, and all the orchestra were in their black, and we played brilliantly for the rest of the week. But the first night was a shambles. Nobody said anything, but you have to be in the right clothes to play. Well, my double bass is in a very sad state now. It has to be glued together, and it's... Then in the holiday time, there's me in this big garden. So I used to get on the bus in the morning by myself, tuppence to get into town, threepence to get down to Twerton, all by myself, and I was 6, 7.
My sisters meant everything to me. They were, to me, like gods. Really, each one such a remarkable person. And my sweet brother, my brother should have been the actor. He would have been a great actor. He had an amazing voice that just went out. Mum, and you took me to a very orthodox, Muslim wedding, and I'm in a miniskirt. He always said, I trust my daughters. You go and have the best life you want. And they were just amazing parents. And we fought, we loved, we laughed, we laughed so much in our lives.
Feeling small.
I just loved Simon and Garfunkel. I loved their harmonies. It just got me emotionally. It's one of those wonderful memories of a lovely time in my life. Some of my fondest memories are of the times in between the rehearsals when we were just all together and we were all playing. It was just a really joyful time. It was just wonderful, and also, playing in the orchestra at the time, that feeling of togetherness and bonding.
Troubled water, I will lay me down
When I was 13, I was supposed to go and see Jacqueline du Pré play the El Dolce Concerto. The opening chords of that piece, whenever I hear them on the radio, it just gets me in my stomach. It was my dream to play it with an orchestra. And I think, for me, I used to just play my heart and soul out when I played that piece. I think because it at the time it was my life, and for lots of reasons I chose to give up. I don't regret it, but I do wish I could pick the cello up and play like that again. I stopped playing for 20 years. They were doing a charity concert at the school, and my girls said, "You've got to do it, you've got to do the concert." Did the concerts at the school, which was unbelievably emotional. Yes, I mean, I think if I hadn't had that moment, I might have lots of regrets. It all came back. I mean, it all came back. And I remember walking on the stage at that concert and I almost broke down. It was a wonderful moment. In a lot of ways, doing that concert reconnected me with my friend. And that was such a joyful moment.
Singing their hearts out to this All You Need Is Love. That song just underpins, sorry I do go weepy, just underpins love, love, love. What life's all about. The love that I've received is what carried me through my life. My family were besotted by the goons. It was capturing a sort of happy time. It captured that sense of, I know, just joy, really, just joy. How would I describe my mum? She was an incredibly gentle person. She had a very hard upbringing. Her mum died when she was about 5. She didn't know how to demonstrably show affection. You know, I don't really remember being hurt. Didn't know how to demonstrably show affection. You know, I don't ever really remember being hugged. She just couldn't believe what I was saying, but I said, I know that I'm a stronger, deeper person because of my mental health problems. And so it's not only about surviving, it's about how things that seem awful sort of shape you. When I think what Paddy, how he stood by me, he didn't walk away from me, and the love that children show me. But I realise now that whole experience has been part of their journey. It's part of making them who they are. Joke as well, but it was this time when we shared and chatted around the table. It was always just such a special time. So all these sort of little things that go on in families, but it is emotional. It is when I look back on my life. You know, some of it was very tough. You know, the kids did go through a lot. They really did, and so did Paddy. You know that he took the better for worse seriously.
It was our first week at secondary school, and the music teacher went along the row saying, "Don't sing, don't sing, don't sing," to about half of us. So even though I loved music and sang on my own in the shower and the car, I believed I should not sing around other people. That is until nearly 50 years later, when I joined this wonderful choir and was encouraged to join in. I have been meditating twice a day for over 40 years now, and this is another thing that really helps me with my life. There are so many beautiful songs where the words and music are woven through our lives. When I'm asked what I'm most proud of, I would have to say my 3 children. I chose the song Teach Your Children as it makes me think about them. We've gone through some really tough times and challenges, but I feel so proud of the people they've become. I really want to always be able to say to my children, I've tried to do whatever I can so life is as good as it can be for you, and I want to support you always to be the best you can be. I really love having meals together with family and friends, when we often used to put on tapes or CDs and dance around the kitchen together. I love sharing music, going to concerts and gigs together, going to dance and ballet, and just getting lost in the costumes and the music, just as I used to do with my own mum. Handing traditions down through the family. Teach your children, teach your parents well.
Don't you ever ask them why. If they told you, you would cry. So just look at them and sigh. And know they love you.
I'll tell you a story for you. I saw Bob Marley in 1977 hanging from the rooftops of the Greyhound pub in Fulham Palace Road. Not him, me. I have this battle with myself. My father died. She had to get on with her life. And that was pretty hellish. Music got me through it. The transistor radio under my pillow, listening to Radio Caroline, going to the record shop, going in those booths. That meant Saturday morning was, that's all Saturday morning was meant to me. Hammersmith Odeon in 1973, seeing the last ever Ziggy Stardust gig. Can't even remember who I was with actually. His music kind of got me through even now. But I can't stand injustice. It drives me nuts. I get highs, really big highs and really bad lows. I can come out of the theatre and burst into tears. Some are dead and some are living in my life. I love them all. Friends and family who've helped me through my life, basically. I sort of add them to the list of, friends and lovers in my life. I love them all. Coming back to one person, so. But of course you live with the memories. But I'm waiting for the festival. And all the bands are blended to one another. So many bands through the eras. But there's a few for you.
I was trying to play this on my guitar, and I was young, I was beautiful, I had hair. Life can be quite tough at times. You should just make the most of this life because you only get one. Missed opportunity throughout life when I should have taken it easy. day after day, things grind you down and it doesn't quite work all the time. But, you know, things don't always go as bad as we fear they might do. I've got a good life. I really have a good life, and you know, I should remember that. You can truly do something for somebody else, and now let's make the best of today. So you are in a good place, in a good time. To me, it was a song that meant so much to me. At that moment, I realized I wasn't the son anymore. I was the father. I don't know, it was just a turning point. You've got a story inside you, and you don't necessarily pay attention to it. And that's what I'm trying to do with my daughters. I do try to connect. It's very difficult. You know, sometimes you don't have the answers, so what do you do? You know, so they have to make their choices, and they have to live their lives. There is this connection that goes through music. Time is a funny thing. You can't feel it, you can't touch it, but it goes. Time is time, you know. Better make the most of it.